don't know if it's me. Do I sound okay?
You sound fine.
Okay.
I can't hear it on my end anyway, so.
All right.
Oh, and we're actually live quite quickly.
Oh, are we live?
Shocking. We are live. Hello, everybody. How are you today?
Hello.
I'm sitting here just like, it's going to be ages. It takes at least 40 seconds to go online. How is everybody doing today? It is officially the last day of NaNoWriMo. Congratulations.
Yeah, you're right.
We made it. We're alive, sort of.
Yeah, right, I'm going to have to be a mute, more or less.
So yeah, we'll let my lovely co-host introduce herself first before we get into everything.
Hello, everybody. I'm Nia with the Vixens of Fiction YouTube channel. I write comics. I am attempting to write a novel, and you can check my channel out at the Vixens of Fiction.
I want to say she's linked down in the description box below. I just had a brain spaz. Like, have I actually done that bit yet? I haven't done that bit yet. She will be linked in the description box below. Usually I'm so on top of adding all of that stuff in, but I think it's where we planned it and I scheduled it. And obviously I was just like, I'll wait until we've got like co-hosts and stuff to see if we have any before I put in everyone's links to their channels. And then NaNoWriMo happened and my brain left. So right, so hello. Today it's more of a chatty stream, a whole NaNoWriMo wrap up. We're gonna talk about the ups and downs of NaNoWriMo, how we did, how we feel. We're gonna share some stuff, and we're gonna have a couple of last minute panic sprints for anybody else who needs the extra words. Which, to be fair, going through all of the live streams I've seen recently, everyone's done really, really well this year. Like, I've seen so many people finishing early and hitting their goals, or they've sort of come to the realization that I'm not going to quite finish, so I'm going to call myself done. And, you know, thinking about that whole self-care aspect and what's best for them, which is always fantastic. You shouldn't ever push through when you're not feeling it. I've learned very well. So we'll go through and we'll see who's here, and then we will get into everything as it goes. The nerdy book nerd is here. Hello. I saw your hour-long sprint. Good luck with your hour-long sprint.
Yes. You can do it.
You can do it. Oh, last 1,500 words.
I know, right?
Yes.
It's exciting.
Fantastic. Kyra's here. Hello. I've got the panic part covered. Absolutely fantastic. So the sprints part is next. We'll see how fast we can sprint while we're panicking.
Yes.
See how it goes. Alexis is here. Hello. How are you?
Hi, Alexis.
Right. We should have another host joining us very shortly, Hayley Haggerty. But until she gets here, let us discuss how NaNoWriMo has gone for everybody.
Yeah, let us know how it's going, or almost done.
Steffi, hello, how
are
you?
Hi, Steffi. Hi, Charlotte.
Right, so there's always two types of people doing NaNoWriMo. There's the people who stick to the proper, I'll do 50k of a new project, and then there are the Nano Rebels who do anything except a new draft. So first of all, let us know which one you are, and let us know where you are currently at with NaNoWriMo. Have you won? Are you close? Are you doing more than 50,000 words? Are you doing less? Have you got your own goal? Because NaNoWriMo doesn't let you pick those, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So yeah, Catflies, hello, how are you? Still got 23,000 to write. Panicking. It's okay.
It is okay.
Okay, don't worry. Winning with the 50k isn't the most important part of NaNoWriMo. They like to say it is. It's not. You took part. You took words. So we're here. Get as much work as you can.
And if you've got 23,000 left to go, that means that you wrote 25,000 words. So that's great.
Which is fantastic.
That's great.
Believe me. Is it your first time NaNoWriMo, or have you done NaNoWriMo before? Also, let us know that. I'd like to know how many newbies and non-newbies there are. Writing Violet, hello, how are you? Steffi, teeny titsy bit rebel, yep. 2K until double nano.
Nice.
Well, that's fantastic. Well, after your 20K weekend, this last Saturday and Sunday, I'm not surprised. And you almost double nano. That's fantastic. How have you done this month so far, Nia?
I did nano. I finished right before Thanksgiving. So I got my 50,000 words on my nano project. And I also got a good probably 10,000 words on my comic and other side things. So I'm very happy.
That's fantastic. Thanksgiving was last Thursday or Friday?
Yes, it was this past Thursday.
Last Thursday. Oh yeah, because obviously then Black Friday was the day afterwards. Obviously it's always on a Thursday. That's fantastic. Nice and early finish. Yes. Are you focusing more on your comic now that you've done your 50,000 for NaNoWriMo?
I'm a very strange person. I've been desperately wanting to do my comic, and now that I'm done with Nano, I'm like, oh, but there's still more stuff I can do with my Nano project. And I'm like, why am I like this? Whatever one I have to do, I want to do the other.
There we go. Yes.
Hi, Haley.
How are you? Thank you for joining us. Do you want to introduce yourself to the lovely?
Sure. Yeah, I'm Haley Haggerty. I also have an AuthorTube channel, as I'm sure everyone's already said. I've been doing daily vlogs for NaNoWriMo this month, and heading into December, I have a whole lot of collabs with lots of other AuthorTubers planned. So I'm gonna be reading. I'm gonna be like plotting out stories for other people. Yeah.
Sounds so much fun. Yes, I am one of the people collabing with Haley well, not this month. It's this month tomorrow, next month. So very, very excited about that. Mm-hmm. Haley, we were just literally talking about NaNoWriMo and how the month is going so far for everybody. Did you want to share the news?
Yeah, so I actually hit 50K on Saturday.
Yay!
Saturday. I know, it's wild. I had like 2 live streams back to back, one that I was in, one that I was just, watching. And I was at the point where I was like, you know what, I'm gonna push for it, I'm gonna get 50K, and then I get
awesome.
Fantastic.
Yeah. I was actually going back in the work and like adding in scenes just to hit 50K.
Wow.
So the project as a whole is still severely underwritten, but
definitely.
It's there.
Yeah, but you got 50K into it though, so wow.
That's the most important part, was that you hit it. That's fantastic. Yeah, I'm a massive underwriter myself, so not this NaNoWriMo for some strange reason. I'm overwriting, which I despise greatly, the fact that I am.
Well, you're also doing double the goal, right?
Mm-hmm.
I am also doing double the goal, but I wanted to get both my projects finished. But now I can't, because I've overwritten one of them so much. I'm not going to get that done by the end of NaNoWriMo. And it's like, okay, great. This is not good, because I suck immensely at doing work unless I have a strict deadline. So I can just see myself now not finishing this novel because I don't have a deadline to finish this novel. So that's my fear at the moment. Yes. Sorry, bear with me 1 second. I've got a child next to me. Yes, Jamie.
Not a problem. So yeah, I sometimes work better under pressure too. If I know I've got a deadline and something has to be done at a certain time, that really makes me like, oh my gosh, got to get it done. If I don't have a deadline, I'll be like, I'll get to it later, or I'll really get distracted. I get distracted very easily because I like to do lots of different projects.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I've been saying that deadlines are great for me for like work instead of writing, but I've kind of felt like the procrastination game has been strong in both areas this month. So shout out to this article that I need to write today that
that you're going to get done.
Yeah.
I think this month has been quite hard on most people for obvious reasons. but despite that, everyone's actually, from what I've seen, they've done really, really well, which is really, really, really fantastic. So I don't know where I am at the moment. I think I'm on 120,000 for the month.
That's amazing.
Roughly that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and a half chapters away from finishing Project Theft. So I majorly overestimated how much I had to write. That's at 70k. So that's going to be like another 20,000 words, which I have to write on my own terms.
Wow.
Which
you can do it.
Going to procrastinate so badly, but I can't do it. I have to write it because I've got alpha readers for it as well. So
so make that your deadline.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll see how it works. Steffi, hello to Haley.
Thank you, Steffi.
Yes.
Oh, yep, my win.
Jamie, that's enough.
Writing about it. I finished my draft last night. That's fantastic.
Awesome.
What is your workout looking like? Binary is here. Hello, how are you? So, we've all done a fantastic job, I'd say, at NaNoWriMo, which is fantastic. What are the struggle parts that you had for NaNoWriMo this year? What was the most difficult thing that you had to do or you had to overcome while you've been doing your writing?
All right.
Anybody? Everybody?
Let's start with Haley.
Okay. Putting me on the spot. I have to say, like, reaching 50k because I had this week at the end, like last week, where I suddenly realized that I was 40k in and I hadn't even hit my climax. I hadn't even gotten to really the midpoint turn. So then it was kind of a mad dash to race to the end.
Yeah.
But then that ended up being like squeezing in a lot at the end, because I just had this personal goal of finishing the actual book in 50k, not like leaving it and then writing more words, in December, which of course I'll have to do, but I just want feedback on it first. So
right.
Yeah. What about you?
For me, I think actually the first week or two, because we had a lot of distractions here and I'm very easily distracted. And so I wasn't sleeping because I was waking up every hour for results that I knew weren't going to come in, but I just couldn't sleep. So then I was exhausted on top of it. So after that, I thought, oh, I don't think I'm going to actually be able to make this because I've actually now written less than I normally write. Because I probably write 30 or 40K without thinking about it. So just because it was a little bit stressful and distracting and I couldn't get my mind focused on in the very beginning, but somewhere along the line, I just said, you know what, just turn everything off, block everything out, just start writing. And I wrote quite a bit in a couple days and I updated. And when I updated, I was like, I'm not that far behind if I keep doing that. And I ended up writing significantly every day. So I just caught up. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I really think I'm going to finish this before Thanksgiving. And I did.
Yay. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Here, I just realized that I left a candle burning in the kitchen. So I'm going to grab that. Be right back.
Yeah, it's always really weird, like what you can do when you don't expect yourself to do it. And it's like I don't know what it is. It's just, it's either you think you've done better than you have, or you think you've done worse than you have, and it's always very surprising when it's like, oh, I'm actually doing okay.
Yeah.
This is fun. This is good.
Yeah, once I got started, I was like, man, I feel like I'm in a groove now. And I found myself when I have to do other things, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to get back to writing or, hitting a goal so I could work on my comic. So
Yeah.
it actually ended up, once I put out the distractions, it actually ended up going really, really well.
Yeah. That's good. Right,
Oh.
Kyra, 10th year, 10 years doing NaNoWriMo. That's a long time.
Yeah, that's
a few
great.
years ago, hated it and won't do it again. Yeah, I'm like that a little bit with NaNoWriMo as well. I'm like, I have to hit the 50k. I have to do the 50,000 because that's what NaNoWriMo is. That's what the challenge is. So very difficult to me to like not overexert myself in order to get that goal that I've sort of put my mind to. I try not to, but
yeah,
that's just the person I am, unfortunately, and I don't like it sometimes, but sometimes it's okay.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm a bit of a perfectionist too. It's been coming up a lot on job applications. I'm like, I give 110% in everything that I do, and then I'm over here doing NaNoWriMo, and it's like, I have to finish.
right.
Was it your first year doing Nano this year, Hayley?
Actually, my third. Third, yeah. I did it for the first time and won my senior year of college.
Nice.
Which was a wild month because I was also a lead in a play that month. So, and then senior year. So last year I did it, but I didn't finish. And then this year, of course, I won. So,
Yay!
No, motivation hit me very, very hard this month. I don't know what it was. I think my brain was burning out a lot quicker than it usually did, probably because of how much I was writing per day to get everything done. So there was always a few days where it's just like, I'm not bothered to do any writing. I don't want to do anything, but I must update the Nano website every single day because I like the streak. So I would be like, okay, I'll write the tiniest little bit and it'll be like 200 words. I think last Thursday, I think it would have been Thanksgiving, I updated with just one word. But I must update something. But yeah, it's been, I think, coupled with middle wording as well, which I'm also doing. So it's been a solid third month now of writing every single day and writing quite a lot of words. So my head's just like, don't write. So that's been very, very difficult to sort of overcome this past month. It's been a pain in the butt.
So you're doing middle wording, but outside of NaNoWriMo, do you give yourself a day where you say, okay, this day, no writing, I can take a break, let my brain kind of chill, or are you like, nope, anytime I can write, I write?
It depends on what I happen to be working on at the time. If I am rewriting, because I'm working directly off of the old manuscript and I don't have to sort of exert my brain to think of new stuff, I can do that for quite a while before I'm like, okay, I'm sick and tired of this story now, I need to do something else. But if I write a lot of words one day, I'll take it a little bit easier on another couple of days. But as long as I'm sort of on track with hitting the goals that I need to hit. But I purposely tried to write as much as I could this month so I could take full days off in December and going forward.
Nice.
Because I know that I'm going to need to have full days of not writing. If I'm going to do all of this stupid, crazy stuff that I want to do, which is write 1 million words in 1 year. Which, why am I doing that again? But it's a challenge, and for some reason I really enjoy those. So fun.
Yeah, I think I'm going to start the half mil wordy next month, but include what I did for Nano and for my comic from this month to kind of give myself a little jump on it.
Yeah.
I started at the beginning of November, and then just count whatever you've done. It'll work. It's fine.
Yep, that's my plan.
It's a life hack.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely a life hack. Right, so what I think we'll do is if we stop here for a moment and if we do a quick 10-minute panic sprint for everybody. Not that we have much to work on ourselves personally.
I'm going to work on my comics, so I'm good.
Yes.
I'm going to film today's vlog, so.
Yes, perfect.
Not that I'm like really vlogging that much. I'm just going to be speaking to the screen. So
I was going to say, because technically it's still NaNoWriMo, so we are still expecting one more NaNoWriMo vlog from you, even though you have finished NaNoWriMo.
I know.
I like it. I need to try and finish this difficult chapter I'm writing. It's like my last task that I want to do this month is to finish this chapter, and I've put it off for the entire day, going, it's fine, I'm going to be sprinting later, it's not a problem. But now I'm just like, I don't need to do any more writing because I'm done, and that's my mindset going into it. So see how well this goes for me. Probably not very well at all. And then when we come back, we're going to be doing some what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Hang on. Right, okay. Let me not talk and do stuff at the same time. That doesn't help me out. What we're going to be doing when we come back after the sprint is taking a look at some book covers.
Everything's reset to 0.
So if you have any mood boards, and this is to the audience as well, because I know I've got a few of you on Instagram, or at least any of the Discords. If anybody has any mood boards, inspiration, book covers that they want to share, just send them to me at Instagram. I got a blank page. Send them to me over any of the Discords, and yeah, we'll show them off to everybody.
Yeah.
Fun.
Right, I need to share the correct screen. Nope, that's not the right screen. That's the right screen. And okay, lovely. Right, so
Awesome.
we are starting our first panic sprint of the evening, and we are going to start that, not an 810-minute sprint, it's a 10-minute sprint. Start that. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. We are going to start that in 3, 2, 1, and begin.
Don't push to talk, so.
Okie dokie, that is the end of the first panic sprint. You can get lost. Stupid noise. What one do I need? That one. Okay, cool. How did everybody do on that first sprint? What did you work on? Haley has brought snacks. Oh, fantastic. Right, I am piecing together this scene ever so slowly. I'm literally writing like a few lines of one part of the scene and then writing a few lines of another part of the scene, but like near the end, and then writing another few lines, but closer to the middle. And then eventually I'll have enough to be able to piece it all together into one sort of ish, decent, okay scene. I don't know how much I wrote. I wrote a little bit earlier on top of what I wrote just now. So far for the day, I've written 318 words. So
not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, that's really great.
Good job.
What is it you guys worked on?
Well, I filmed my vlog. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
You go ahead.
No, go ahead, Haley.
I filmed my vlog. That's it. Really.
Oh.
Are you doing anything specific for NaNoWriMo on this last day? Or is it just sort of a wind down, chatty, this is how it went for me sort of thing?
Yeah, basically a wind down. This is how it went. I am talking a bit about what I would like to do next year in a perfect world. So,
yes,
you know, in a perfect world, I would like to write at a coffee shop again. I put that in. So.
Yes, wouldn't that be so fun?
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's just another like me talking in front of the green screen vlog. So I guess technically not a vlog, just like a wrap up of the month.
Awesome.
What were you working on, Nia?
I was sketching out a scene for my comic. I get to make a disaster scene, which is fun. So, but I have to make a disaster scene in space, which means I have to follow certain rules so I don't get so people don't yell at me like, you can't have fire if there's no oxygen. I'm like, I know, but fire looks cool.
That's the one biggest difference between sci-fi and fantasy. It's like sci-fi, you have to follow the rules.
Yeah, or they're gonna
get picked on. But fantasy is just like, I made up this world. These are the rules.
Yeah.
You can have fire and space in my fantasy space world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just try and do that.
Is your story like, well, are your characters floating in space? Or are they in a spaceship?
Yeah, they're in a ship. So there's some ways I can get around it as long as I've got oxygen, but I can't say that a piece of the ship blows up and then there's a fire because they'll be like, no, what are you doing? But I want to draw the picture. The picture looks cool though. No. I'm like, it just looks better with fire and explosions. Just
draw the picture with the fire and then draw it without the fire and then keep the fire up to yourself and be like, this is what I want it to look like.
Exactly.
What about space fire?
You know, I'm trying. My brother is the end all be all when it comes to sci-fi stuff. So I run everything by him. I'm like, can I do this? And he's like, no, but you can try it this way, and that might work. And that way, if someone asks, you can always say, oh, because of this. So I have to be able to answer to why I do something. So as long as I can come up with a way to make it work, where I can give it's sci-fi. It's not even real. It's not real science, but you still have to follow certain rules.
Yeah, make fake science sound not fake.
Yes.
Yeah.
is the problem that we have. Yes. How did everybody else do on those sprints? How close are you? Let me turn this banner off. How close are you to finishing your first chapter, volume of your comic to put out? Because I believe December was your deadline, wasn't it? Latest at January.
It was December, but after talking to my brother, I showed him a couple things and he's like, this is really cool, but it's a little bit more time consuming. And he doesn't think I should rush it because he says, if I rush it and I don't do this and then try to add it later, I'm going to regret the way that the first ones look. Yeah. So he prefers that if I already know that I want to do something, take a little bit more time and do it. That way it's more consistent since it's going to be a series. So I agree. So I still would like to get it out in January, which I think I'll be able to do just because I've got so much almost ready for December. Just the little changes I want to do are time consuming changes.
Yes. So hopefully when we come to the December wrap up, we'll get a lovely little comic announcement.
Yes, I hope so.
Yay.
That'd be great.
And where are you going to be releasing it?
That's another thing. I want to release bits of it on YouTube, but my brother thinks it's good enough that it's probably not going to stop at YouTube. I mean, you never know. It could be a hit or a miss, but he doesn't want me to put so much on YouTube or on a web comic free site that I block myself out of being able to put it together and publish it. So working on, I've got a lot to think about and work on. And he says, you need a team. And I'm like, I don't have a team. I have me. So
you are the team.
I am the team. So I can do this. I can try.
You got this. Right. Speaking of comics, hello, Sandy. How are you today? I think it's time we share some, if I remember how to do this correctly, some book covers. Do I remember how to do this correctly? Because last time I tried to do this, it sort of didn't go wrong per se, but it did not go exactly the way I wanted it to go. So if I stop the screen, share the screen, application window, this, share. Right, so if this goes how I want it to go, this is Nia's cover. And then I have to go off and back on because it takes away everything. It did work.
Oh, that's good.
Can you zoom in? I can't see that. Oh, cute. Ooh.
Because it's from Google Picture Viewer, which is like terrible when you try and zoom it in.
When you zoom in, it pixelates it.
Such a pain in the butt. But yes, this is her tentative comic cover, which just looks so fantastic.
And you drew all of that? I'm impressed. I'm so impressed.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Artists. What the heck?
Thank you.
What the heck? That's amazing.
I love the galaxy and the wormhole in the background. I love the design of the spaceship. I love the diversity. And then you've got the alien characters as well.
Yeah.
They all look so fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
It's like all the things that I want in a comic. And I'm like, I'm doing it, so I might as well do it.
Yeah.
Definitely. And then we've also got a couple of book covers from Steffi. She sent them over on
yay.
Discord.
Ooh.
NSFW, a little bit saucy. Warning.
Okay.
So the first, I believe, is the Discord named. Oh, how am I going to do this? This is going to work how I want it to do. The Discord.
These dang vampires.
Vampires.
Oh, that's right.
Let me completely get rid of that and then go back up because I don't know what is next in my picture list.
Whatever you can spare, mate.
So I don't want to like.
Awesome. It just gets me a decent secondary. So
I suck
Yeah,
at
it's
technology
good,
for some
but
strange
not
reason. It's
great.
really terrible. So this is Steffi's Discord named vampire novel that she is working on. That's the wrong thing. Oh my god.
Oh.
There we go. Love the horny vampires
Yes.
by the Chaos Discord. Naturally. I love how it feels like it's like you've embraced the name now, Steffi. Like this is the horny vampires.
It's working.
Yes. The actual project title was Project MSB. Do we want to know what MSB stands for, Steffi?
Do we?
The disclaimer. Yes. This is the Chaos Discord through and through. This is absolutely the chaos that we exhume. That's a statue.
Yeah.
It is. But the statue says so much, Steffi. Right, and next we have an even sillier one, says Steffi, for a story that she wants to write during December. We have her permission to laugh. If this... Okay, no, I'm just going to get rid of it again, because again, I don't know what's going to pop up next in my... Whenever I download stuff, it doesn't download like in order of the dates I downloaded it in. It just downloads into some weird random alphabetical order, so I don't know what would be next. So we're going to stop the screen and then share the screen again. This is so awkward. Like this one.
Woo. And that's right in time for Christmas.
Yeah.
I can just imagine the fun that the Discord is going to have when you start writing this, Steffi.
Wait, so like, Steffi, where did you get this picture? I mean, like, is that just a stock photo or what?
I'm honestly going to assume it is, and I'm not surprised that there are like such stock photos around the internet. So the vampire story, MSB, short for Moonlight Bites. Ooh. Although to be fair, Moonlight Bites is quite a good name for a project anyway.
I like it.
Cats liking the cover.
Oh my god.
Yay! Yes, it is a stock photo. Yeah, I knew they'd appear from somewhere.
Wow.
Right. Oh, I have this already.
I just sent you an updated book cover, Steffi.
Oh, is it an updated version?
Yeah.
Okay, let me work my.
Well, no, Mummy's not going to be able to go for a while.
Computer. So I'm gonna have to say goodnight to you here, Oliver. I'm sorry. I'm just not very happy about that. It says bedtime now, and I always go and say goodnight to them, but I can't at the moment because we're here. Come here. Let me. Oh, I'm sorry. Give me 2 seconds, and I'll come say goodnight. Okay?
Yeah.
We
can do a sprint, so you can go give them a proper night.
Yes.
You have no idea how many stock photos. I don't want to know. So I can only imagine how many stock photos like that exist. And now I need to. Oh, okay. I don't need you. I can get rid of you. I can get rid of you. And I need to find a better way to do this next time. Yeah, so this is Hayley's Project Sword Lesbians. Pop up. Okay, I love the name.
Thank you.
Absolutely love the name.
Yes.
Thanks. Yeah, I don't know. It's like supposed to be, it's like a YA urban fantasy, so, but there's knights. So,
yes.
Of course.
Yeah. It sounds fantastic. I'm going to be critique partnering this novel, which I'm very, very excited about.
Awesome.
Yes.
So I don't know when that's going to start. I suppose once we've gone through our manuscripts and sorted out grammar and blah 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
Or NaNoWriMo'd it.
I have December 4th as when I'm sending it to you, Sarah. So
December 4th. I can get through the manuscript in that time and send it. I've got a bunch of people out for reading it as well, to be fair. So December 4th, I'll make that as a note to. That's Friday. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
We can get it done by then. I'll give you something to do for the next few days from Real Wordy.
Yeah. I never know how many people to ask to be like critique partners right off the bat, because like I don't know. I feel like so many people have like 8 critique partners at once, but then I'm over here with just like 2. So
I am not very well versed with critique partners, mostly because I've never had one. I know critique partners are supposed to be like a long time, like second person helping you work on your novel. So any changes you make, the critique partner will, I suppose, work with you constantly to get your book to be ready to send to beta readers. So it is a long-term commitment. I've never had a critique partner as a long-term commitment, despite trying my darndest to get some. It just never pans out for me, which is really bad. So
I'll be your critique partner, Sarah.
Fun. Right, okay, give me 2 minutes to say goodnight to the little one. Do we want to
2-minute sprint?
2 minutes? It's okay, we don't need to sprint. I'll pose the next question, and you guys can start answering said questions, and I'll be back in like 2 minutes tops.
Okay.
Right, so December is technically break month for NaNoWriMo, not for us writers, unfortunately. January and February are the revision months where you are meant to work on the novels that you wrote for NaNoWriMo. So is there anybody who's planning to continue work on their NaNoWriMo projects come the revision months, and what is it that you are planning to work towards in regards to it? Are we going to self-publish? We're going to traditionally publish? Are we going to leave it alone and then work on something new? Let us know what's going on and who I can hound for updates on their stuff. And I'll be right back.
All right, Haley, if you want to go ahead and start.
Sure. So, I mean, like I just said, Sarah's going to be critiquing my NaNoWriMo project. So, well, actually, I have Sarah, and then I have another critique partner, and I think I'm looking for one more. So, if anybody would like to read it, shoot me a DM on, I guess, Discord or Instagram. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna be like editing it. But other than that, I'm not sure I'm really touching my NaNoWriMo project this month. I'm going to be working on querying my full-length, my like polished manuscript this month. So that's going to be the majority of my writing time. What about you, Nia?
Yeah, I'm going to be mostly working on my comic because there's so much that I want to get done because I want to get it out. I think I've mentioned before that I have a lot of subscribers because I used to have short stories on my channel, but they were all middle grade. And once YouTube changed their rules, I didn't want to have a channel that was targeting children or middle grade age. So in the comic, there will be flashbacks. So you'll see flashbacks of kind of what the story used to be. And if the comic ever becomes popular, then I can go back and I'll write those stories and put them together. So basically, it's mostly taking those characters as adults and putting them into the chaotic situation that they're going into for the comic that I'm going to be actually posting. And they're all adults now. So, but through flashbacks, you'll see what they were like as middle grade age, and then you'll see what they were like in high school and college age. So I do love what they went through in high school and college, and some of it's relevant to how they think and what they're doing now. So I want to have those fun little flashbacks, but I don't want it to be geared towards middle age or high school age kids. So I get to tell the adult story, and if the adult story goes anywhere, then I can go back and really write out those more middle grade and high school to college age, YA age stories. So that's putting out the comic is going to be what I'm focusing on in December and January. And one day I would love to read for other people, but to be critique partners and all that stuff. But I'm so new to this part of AuthorTube and partnering up. I don't want to mess somebody up. I'm really kind of good at editing, so I might jump in like, hey, anybody need help editing out? I'm really good at that, more than I think that someone once told me, when you're beta reading or being a critique partner, you don't want to accidentally give input that turns someone else's story into the story that you want. You want it to be their story. So I don't know what kind of advice I give. I haven't done that yet. So I'm going to stand back from that until I feel like I'm comfortable. Oh yeah, I feel comfortable, critiquing, or, you know what I mean? I don't want to be a bad critique partner. Tell somebody, I don't like this, but it's good, but I don't like it.
I think that's the problem with, not the problem with critique partners, but the difficulty of either being a critique partner or being a beta reader is because everybody is so different and everyone has different opinions and likes and dislikes. There are going to be some parts of someone's project that you don't like, and it's perfectly fine and valid to be like, this part does not work like for me. So you can give an overview of how you feel the pacing is, or the characters are, or the plot is, but then anything specifically to you, I don't like this bit, and then it's up to whoever you're reading for. It's then their decision whether to take on board what you're saying and change it, or keep it how they want to keep it. So if I don't know if they're that easily swayed and are changing their novel based on every single piece of critique that they get from other people, that's on them, really.
Yeah. And I might be like that if someone critiques mine. I'll be like, oh, they hated this. Let me take the whole thing out and change the whole plot and rearrange the whole story. And it's like, no, don't do that.
No, don't. You trust in what you've done. I always tend to be like, if I read a piece of critique and I find myself agreeing with it, then I'm like, oh, if I agree with it, I sort of have seen something that I did not see before, that I'm now seeing because of this comment that they've given me. So then I'll be like, yeah, okay, then I'll sort out trying to change it based on that comment, because it makes sense in my head. But if I'm just like, you don't know what you're talking about, what's it? I'll just ignore the piece of critique.
Yeah.
Really. I don't know what I'm doing. I will eventually work on both Project Theft and Abingdon House. Whether I'll get to them in January, I have absolutely no idea. It depends on how I feel, because I've got another 2 projects I'm working on as well, rewriting. So I suppose once my alpha readers are done with both those projects, whenever they're done, I'll start working on rereading through them myself and starting the revision process for them. I'll get to them eventually.
Yeah.
But I will definitely be working on them again.
I'm trying to see if I can keep these stairs clear as I can.
Steffi doesn't know. Thought about maybe releasing the vampires on Wattpad or fanfiction when it's done, but I don't know yet. It depends on how good it will turn out. I'm sure it will turn out fantastic, Steffi.
Yeah.
Very, very hard on it over the past more than a month. So whatever you decide to release on, I'm very sure the Spirit Discord will be right there to give it a read and to cheer you on.
Yeah, they look very entertaining. So the vampire one. So
yes, absolutely. Right, so if we 9 o'clock, so if we break here again, and we'll do another panic sprint for everybody. I think the Discord is itching to do some writing.
Yes.
I'll use that one.
And we will share the screen. Nope. That one? Nope. Oh, no, I knew, because it's not on my share screen tab anymore, is it? It's literally just here because I had to unshare it. Right, so if we go for a 15-minute sprint this time around, and
Man, I've got one more after this.
I've got too many things absolutely everywhere.
I'm
And then
for some reason I thought I was
we'll
waiting
do
for
some
answer.
more chatting again when we get back
Excellent.
about how NaNoWriMo went and, you know, our overall experience. So if everyone's ready to do some writing, we'll start this next sprint in 3, 2, 1, and
I don't know the
begin.
answer.
Yes.
Well, I don't know French that well.
Hey guys,
Haley, we've just
Hey,
started
Haley.
15 minutes sprint.
I actually, okay, so like my power was flickering, but I actually have to go because I have to teach in like half an hour.
Okay.
Yeah, but thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much
Great
for
having you,
joining us, and
Haley.
congrats on winning NaNoWriMo.
Yes, congrats.
yay. I just didn't want to like leave without, you know, I feel like I jumped and then I left.
That's okay.
All right, bye.
All right,
Happy
bye.
sprinting.
All right, back to sprinting.
Right, sprinting, guys. Writing waits for no one. Okay, that is the second sprint done and dusted. Oh, I'm losing my place everywhere. Okay, we're gonna stop you. And we will come off stop screen. Right, how well did we do for that one?
I did.
I didn't do
Oh,
that
no.
well. I was helping some of this French for half of it. 498 words in total. 180 words I managed to get, which is I still managed to get some words though, so it's all right.
Not bad.
Not too bad.
Yeah. And you're just filling in like from here or there, wherever you need to work at.
Basically, it's let me see. The chapters. Oh, actually, okay. So the chapter is currently 2,400-ish words long, which isn't as bad as I thought it was. But I'm sort of skipping around the bits that I'm writing. So I've got most of the first bit with just a couple of paragraphs missing, explaining how they get to a place. And then the second half, I've got sentences and paragraphs all jumbled up. Like this first part happens in the scene, and then I've skipped a couple of lines, and then the next part happens in the scene, and I'm just need to try and go in and fill in all of the missing extra bits, try and decide what I want to put there. Yeah.
Kind of let it all flow together.
If it doesn't flow together that well, it's not a massive issue because it's the first draft, but I need it to at least try and be coherent. That's the aim.
Yes. Yeah. I finished up a disaster scene, so it's an interior one. I'm pretty happy with it, and I can put fire on this one.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, yay. I can make it look really bad, which is good. Yes.
You were like, we don't see fire in space. And I was like, I swear I've watched sci-fi before. I've seen fire. How does that work then? But then obviously, yeah, it was always inside the spaceship.
Yes, it has to be inside the spaceship.
That I'm just like that does make sense.
Yes.
That is where I saw it.
Yeah, as long as it's inside the ship and there's oxygen or some type of combustible something to burn, yes. You're good. You're good. So I just can't put it everywhere I want it, but that's okay.
At least you can put it somewhere.
Yes.
You get your fire.
Yes. So I finished that. So if we do another sprint, I'll go back to my nano project because I'm crazy like that.
We'll get some last minute extra words in.
Yes. I'm over the word count, but I'm happy with it. So I think I'm just going to reverse now that I'm going to be working on the comic. I'll use my nano project as my little side story to play with.
Yes. I'm sick of the comic. I need something differently creative, just sort of do my work. And then that's why I always find it best to have more than one project.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you have like one serious project and one sort of like self-indulgent project, just something different so you don't get tired of the same thing over and over and over again. So you do something different. Very does help with stress and burnout and trying to avoid it.
Exactly.
Right. Okay, so let us continue our wrap up of NaNoWriMo this year. How do I put this? I'm just going to read out what you wrote. Right. That would be the easiest thing.
I was just jotting.
Right. So any first timers joining us, how was your experience doing NaNoWriMo for the first time? What did you learn about yourself, about your writing process? And are you going to be doing NaNoWriMo again? Is the good question. What do you wish that you had known before you started NaNoWriMo? And then for any regulars out there, how did this year compare to all of the other years that you have done NaNoWriMo? And what best advice do you have for anybody who perhaps didn't make the 50k goal or isn't sure about doing this whole thing again?
Yeah. I know for me, it was my first one, and I'm really happy with how it ended up. Like I said before, I was sketchy on the start and thinking, oh, maybe I bit off more than I could chew. There's a lot going on. My daughter just started basketball. How's this going to work? I was tired, a little stressed out. And then once I actually got focused and got writing, it was not bad. So yeah, first time, I will definitely do it again for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm actually looking forward to Camp Nano now, as I didn't do Camp Nano. I was like really new to the whole YouTube author tube scene, so
Yeah.
I didn't get into any of that. I was just kind of like watching from afar, like, oh, look at all these cool things that these author tubers are doing. So now I'm like, okay, I think I like this. I can do it.
Oh my god.
That's good. Are you gonna always do a new project for NaNoWriMo, do you think? Or are you gonna rebel some years and just work on whatever it is you're currently working on throughout the rest of the year?
I don't know. Since I wrote probably, I guess 50K is about halfway when you're talking about something that's sci-fi or fantasy.
Yeah.
Depends on where I am. If I'm wanting to still work on Project Lineage and it's halfway done, I might use Camp Nano to clean up the first part of Project Lineage and then use the next NaNoWriMo to finish. So I'm thinking I might do that, but who knows? By then I'll have like 90 more ideas that I want to, and find something else that I want to do. Who knows? Or maybe I'll be like you, Sarah, and work on two, do a double nano. Who knows? Who knows?
There's only one reason that I did a double nano, is because I've sort of told myself that this year is going to be the last year that I write anything new.
Mm-hmm.
And next year is going to be solely on focused preparing my manuscripts, revising them, and sort of finally starting the query process with whatever ones I think are my best ones. But then I get distracted too much during the year writing new projects because I'm not happy with the ones that I currently have. So I'm like, I need to stop it. I need to get these last two in, get those done, and then move on, I think, to the next thing I need to do. But yeah, camp is always, I think, when I speak to a lot of people, who are always a little bit worried, I guess, about doing NaNoWriMo for the first time because they don't know if they can handle the 50,000 words. I always tell them to start with Camp NaNoWriMo to ease them into it, simply because you can pick your own word count goal.
Yeah.
So you can pick a smaller goal like 10,000 or 20,000 and see how you are with writing a smaller goal, and then work your way up to doing the 50K in November. So that's not how I started doing NaNoWriMo at all. But that is how I recommend new starters, if they're worried about they've got work, they've got school, or anything like that. I always say just give Camp NaNoWriMo a try first.
Yeah, I think I would have done that. I should have done it. I just too nervous to get in all the way, but I wish I would have done it.
Some people just like the 50K challenge, though. I think the bigger the challenge, the more you push yourself to get it done. which is just how it goes, really.
Yeah.
Where are we? Steffi's was her fourth nano. Third one she won because it was a camp with 100 lines poetry songs goal. Oh, that sounds really interesting, actually. This was the first real nano I won, and that at the 14th. Yes.
Nice.
That's good. And Steffi's going for a double nano as well. How long have you got now, Steffi? Is it like you've got a couple of hours and you've got like 1,500 words left before she hits 100,000 or something like that? So she's taken it and she's rolled with it.
Yeah, she's doing great. She's doing great.
Yeah, no, blame it on the Chaos Discord. Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't think I would have gotten as much words written as I did without the Chaos Discord myself, personally. Because there's always someone in there, and they are the best bunch of people I've met in the writing community, which has all been on Discord. Actually, there's a lot more of a writing community on Discord,
Yeah,
than there is everywhere else. 900 words and an hour and a half. You can do that easily, Steffi.
oh
You can do
yeah,
that 900 words in one 20-minute sprint now. Come on, you'll be okay. You can do it. We're here.
I think Kyra was saying earlier in the stream that this is her 10th year, and she lost one time, and she hated it, so she doesn't want to do that again. And I think I'm gonna be like that, because I'm gonna do it again. After this, I was like 50,000 words. I did it. I feel pretty good, but yeah, I don't like to lose things. So
I'm absolutely the same. I think the first year I did it, I struggled a lot because it was the first time I did it. And I don't know why I was struggling to write 1,667 words per day, because at the time I could write that in an hour. So I was just like, why am I writing so slowly? This is horrible. And I'm just like, I can't not write the 50,000 words. I have to win. And now I'm the same. I have to win every single year that I do NaNoWriMo. There's been one year I haven't won. And I can't remember if I actually signed up to do it or not, but it was the year that I was pregnant with my youngest. I was due on the 22nd of November. And I was just like, I'm very determined to get 50,000 words in those first 22 days. Like, that's my plan. And then I just didn't even start. I was like, I can't. I'm too tired.
Yeah.
I don't do it. I'm just not even going to bother. So 2018 was my no win for me, but I've been doing it since 2015, and then I've won every year except that one year, including the camps, because I started both the camps as well, and then just didn't have the energy to do either of those. So that's my 1 year where I was just like,
yeah,
no. But every other year, it's just, I don't know what it is. Like, for me, 50,000 in a month is not a massive accomplishment anymore, because I've done it for so long, but it's still sort of that feeling of, yeah, I won something.
Yeah.
Sort of thing that sort of is very motivating.
It is.
And fun to be able to say, I wrote 50,000 words in 1 month. And everyone's like, oh, wow, that's so fantastic. And it's just like, I don't know what it is. It's a very motivating feeling to have won. Oh, where are we? The Nerdy Book Nerd, off to bed. How was your hour sprint? Gosh, thanks. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you.
Oh,
it's good having you. Yay!
Fantastic. 10K for the
You
day
did
as
it.
well. Oh, you ended on a high note.
Yes.
Absolutely fantastic. I think, yeah, Nerdy Book is an hour ahead of us. I think Sweden, I want to say.
Oh, so it's late.
That's what I want to say. But yes, that's fantastic. Congratulations.
Good job. Yes. That
Yeah.
is the 10,000 on the last day. That would be like,
That's the good part. That's fantastic. Right. Okay. Oh, what am I reading? Where am I reading? I'm reading here. Okay, so anybody in the chat, Nia, what are we working on next? If not the Nano project. So you'll be working on your comic.
I have my comic. I might put out a short story or two, but mostly I'm going to work on getting better at YouTubing. See if I can start blogging, see how I like it. I've done some videos and I enjoy doing the write with me while I chat with you about what I'm working on. So more of that. And I like these wrap ups. They're really fun. It's nice. It's fun to see what everybody's doing. So that, I might jump on some streams with a few people here and there. I enjoy the sprints. They're very helpful. So everyone will be seeing me around on sprints, and I'll be working on one of my projects while I'm sprinting with everybody.
So they won't do too much.
That's good. Is it just the 2 projects that you've got?
They're my 2 main ones.
Main ones, yeah.
Yeah, the 2 main ones. I leery to start heavy on something else because I like to do a lot of outlining and world building. So if it's something small, I'll work on it. But if it's something else that's epic, I'm gonna try and like get further along on like to be further along on one epic thing before I start another epic thing, because there's so much to world building. You can't well, you can, because I've seen some amazing people who can just pants everything. I can't pants that well. I have to like know where things are and a little bit about the world before I write. So for me, starting a new project does mean a lot of world building and outlining. So
yeah,
I can't jump into anything too big.
See, I'm the exact opposite because I don't do big world building stuff. Like I have to have lots of big projects to do to keep me organized. I've got what have I got? I've got Project Body Swap and Project Faye, both of which are YA, and I'm actively revising. Not this month, but I will from tomorrow. And then obviously now I've got Project Theft and Abingdon House, which are both series. So that's the start of hopefully me actually writing a full series for the very first time, because I've planned tons. I've just never gotten past the first draft of book 1 on any of them.
Oh no.
So they're my 4 main ones, and next year I'll be working on and off on all 4 of them in revisions and rewrites and critique partners and beta readers, and hopefully at some point next year I will like officially begin querying with one of them. So that is my absolute plan going forward.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
So hopefully that's something you can keep me accountable on.
Yes. So you really want to traditionally publish?
Yeah, just because I know that I suck at stuff like marketing and talking to people, and I've already failed Twitter left, I think, massively, and it's just I don't know that I can like do that myself. And then obviously there's all the extra financial costs that come with self-publishing, like getting a proper editor, book covers and stuff like that, which I'm not in a place to do. So definitely traditional publishing is the route I want to take, and then eventually down the line, if that does not pan out, I'll go the self-published route if I absolutely need to.
Yeah. So is this the first time you're going to be querying then?
It will be, yes. I've not actively avoided it. But just because I've been starting on so many new projects, it's been a while since I've last worked on like what used to be my main project, which after 7 drafts and a lot of years writing it, my style has sort of outgrown what I've already written, which I'm very, very upset about. I can't read it now and be proud of what I've written. I'm like, did I really write those words? Oh my God. So I've gotten to that stage of that book now, but I still love the plot and I still love the characters. So at some point I will take it apart and I will replot it and piece it back together and work on it again. So it's shelved for now, which is such a sad thing to say. But I will eventually bring that back out, because that used to be this is the first book I'm ever going to get published sort of thing. So I will go back to it.
Yeah.
Right, okay. What do you say to one more last minute panic sprint for everybody?
Yes.
We want to get Steffi to 100,000 words. You've got 20 minutes, Steffi. 20 minutes to get it done. What we're doing now. Did I unshare the screen? I did unshare the screen. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Right, so if we go for one last 20-minute sprint, that will bring us more or less to 10 o'clock, and then we can
Sounds
and
good.
then close off and then talk about our plans in regards to future wrap-ups.
All right.
Lovely. Right, so if everybody is ready, sprint Discord, do you want to get a 20-minute sprint set up? We've got you, Steffi, don't worry.
She said really panic. Oh no.
Yes. I'm waiting for it to come up onto StreamYard because it's not doing it, and I'm just like, I see it on my iPad, but it's not here on StreamYard. There we go. Panic mode. Steffi, you got this.
Yes.
Got this. Right, we're going to do this last sprint. We're going to push Steffi over the edge, and we'll begin in 3, 2, 1. Okie dokie, that is the end of the last sprint. I'm just going to stop you completely. No. Okay, that worked. That worked. It's fine. Oh, I can't do technology. It's absolutely terrible. I can get rid of the banner as well. My brain has not recovered yet. Oh my god. Okay, how did we do for that last sprint? Oh, I want to say 400 words ish, maybe it's slightly over. I'm not done with the chapter yet, but I've only got 3 tiny little bits left to connect to each other. So hopefully next time I'm bothered to get it done, I'll get the chapter done. It's not going to happen today.
That's all right.
That's okay.
That's all right. You did great for Nano, so good job. You're a champ. One day I'll be able to do a double Nano. Those are goals.
You got it. How did you do on the
I did
last
good.
one?
I did a little bit of touch up on a scene, and then I wrote about another 250 words for my Nano project.
Yay, that's good. Is that Nano project done and dusted now?
Yeah, I got a good stopping point. So I feel like somebody else was saying earlier that they took a long time. I think Haley said she took a long time to get to the middle action. I feel like I did that too, but it'll still need some work, but I've got a good stopping point, so I'm happy.
Good, that's fantastic. Benlo Solo, oh, that's a fantastic name. I love that.
Oh, that is cool.
Editing the short story I wrote for Nano, the live was great. Oh, thank you. And yeah, that sounds fun. Let us know more about the short story. Steffi, 1,000
Look at that.
words.
Wow.
Fantastic. She did it.
She did it.
NaNoWriMo for Steffi.
Oh,
Steffi.
that is exciting.
That's fantastic.
Oh my gosh.
Absolutely brilliant work. And an hour left of the day for you.
Yes.
You did it. You did it. Absolutely fantastic.
That's fantastic. I love going on the Discord and seeing every time somebody writes, I did it. I made it. It's so exciting.
It's so fun to see, like, the amount everybody has achieved. I need to get the stats for everyone's word in the Discord for NaNoWriMo, because I think we hit 2 million words.
Whoa.
A few days ago, like, join for everybody who's been in the sprinting channel. So I'm very curious to see how many words we wrote as a Discord group over the past month.
Oh, that's going to be exciting.
That's going to be a fun thing to see. Absolutely. Right, so it is 10 o'clock.
Oh, on the dot. Look at that.
On the dot. Absolutely fantastic. Right, so monthly wrap-ups that we want to start doing.
Yes.
Do you want to explain a little bit about those?
Sure. So at the end of the month, it'll be either one of the last 2 days of the month or the first day of the month. We get together and we can all chat about what we've been doing and how the month has gone, encourage each other for the month going forward. If we didn't do so great, because sometimes we're going to have months that don't go great. So we can encourage each other to just keep going and just catch up at the end of the month, and where we can all kind of just chat together. I love watching everybody's individual videos, but I think it's nice to have one where we can all just kind of jump on and, kind of get some motivation from each other.
Yeah, it's a lot different, like commenting in someone's video or talking to someone on the Discord and then talking to those people in person
Yes.
as well. So basically a whole 2 hours worth of accountability, encouragement, advice if people are
Yes.
struggling, as you know, especially for those people who are going to be starting revising their novels in the new year, who are going to be working on their new projects, anybody who is doing Mill Wordy as well. Yeah, keep building the community in more of a, I don't know, in more of a something way, in more of a physical
More
way.
personal. Yeah, it becomes a
More
little bit more
personal way.
personal.
Yeah. So if anybody wants to take part in any of the monthly wrap-ups as a co-host, please let either one of us know.
Yes.
We'll be more than happy to have as many people as we can on to discuss.
Absolutely.
2,090,127 is the total discount word count so far.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
In 1 month. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. So December's wrap-up is probably going to be...
That's going to be tricky. We got to work it out because we've got New Year's.
We've got New Year's. Yeah, we'll come off and we'll discuss it quickly. We don't need to discuss it. Just
we'll let you know,
ahead, guys. It's fine. Just sit there and listen to what we plan the next one. But yeah, if anybody would like to take part in any of these monthly wrap-ups, please let us know. We'd absolutely love to have you. The more, the merrier.
Absolutely.
And yeah, so guys, NaNoWriMo is basically done in a couple of hours for me.
Yes.
I know a lot of you still have hours to go.
We've got 7 more hours if you're on the East Coast.
Definitely. So anybody...
Oh no, we've only got 7
more.
Don't want to scare. Yeah, don't want to scare anybody. Like, how much time do we have?
Yeah, anybody who wants to do some more writing, the AuthorTube Google Calendar is linked down in the description box below. It has every single live stream that is going on today and going forward for all of the ones I can find to add. So if you do need some more live streams, check out the link. You'll be able to find some going on pretty much every single hour for the rest of the day.
Yes.
So you have definitely support for choice if you need to keep on writing. Do you want to do an outro, Nia, before we leave and pop off?
Sure. I've got to actually come up with a proper outro, but I will just say I'm Nia. My channel is The Vixens of Fiction here on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram at The Vixen of Fiction. I do some drawing. I do some writing. I like chatting. I have a good time. So check out my channel. Link me up. I'll check out your channel if you've got a channel.
Yes, I know that Sacco and Moon Bunny Creative Sage have like the best intros and outros ever.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm always in awe. Like it's so precise, and so informative, and
like I need to do that.
Just read off a card like this is me. Da da da.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just never know what to say. I'm just like, hi, this is me. Check me out. Thanks. I'm just gonna. Right. So thank you everybody for joining us today. Good luck for anybody who still needs to write words for NaNoWriMo, and congratulations to everybody who has finished and reached their own personal word count goal. You did fantastic. I'm so proud, and we will be seeing you around.
All right, see ya. Bye.
Bye guys.